Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Here on Channel Ruposhi News Channel, we're back with more tributes. In this video, we have a list of American legends who passed away in the last few days or just recently. Number 1. Wanda Smith, legendary Atlanta radio personality. Wanda Smith has sadly passed away. Smith most recently worked for Atlanta radio station V103, which posted a social media notice of her passing late on Saturday night. The show Frank and Wanda in the Morning, which Smith co-hosted with Frank Ski, is what made her most well-known. For a number of years, Smith co-hosted a show with Atlanta radio personality and current Falcons public address announcer Ryan Cameron before returning to the show with Ski. On the station's Instagram page, V103, Senior Vice President and Market Manager Rick Caffey posted the following statement. Our hearts are weighing heavier today as we grieve the loss of our beloved Wanda Smith, someone who always made us smile and who was a big part of V103 for years. We extend our deepest prayers and condolences to her family. In her role at V103, dating back to 2006, Wanda Smith brought so much joy and care servicing the Atlanta community. Wanda's impact touched lives beyond making us laugh. Many times she championed efforts behind the scenes to make a difference in the lives of those who were without. Rest in peace, Wanda. As you take your place among the stars, we will miss you. On Sunday morning, V103 will honor Smith on Sunday Morning, Praise with Larry Tinsley. As they honor an Atlanta icon, they are encouraging callers to share their experiences and tales involving Smith. Wanda, rest easy. We shall really miss you, and we adore you, the station wrote. Number 2. Ethel Kennedy. According to her relatives, Ethel Kennedy, a human rights activist and Robert F. Kennedy's widow, passed away at the age of 96. According to a family member, she suffered a stroke a week ago and passed away on Wednesday, making her the matriarch of one of the most well-known political families in America. Joe Kennedy, her grandson, announced the death of our amazing grandmother online in a statement. When Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy was shot and killed in a Los Angeles hotel kitchen in 1968, she was by her husband's side. Her brother-in-law, President John F. Kennedy, was killed in Dallas, Texas, 5 years prior. The Kennedy family released the following statement on social media. We announce the passing of our amazing grandmother, Ethel Kennedy, with hearts full of love. Along with a lifetime's work in social justice and human rights, our mother leaves behind 9 children, 34 grandchildren, and 24 great-grandchildren, along with numerous nieces and nephews, all of whom love her dearly. Her profile listed her as a devout Catholic and continued saying, we are relieved that she is now reunited with our father, Robert F. Kennedy. Her children, David and Michael, her daughter-in-law, Mary, her grandchildren, Maeve and Saoirse, and her great-grandchildren, Gideon and Josie. Please keep her in your hearts and prayers. President Joe Biden spoke to Ms. Kennedy as an emblem of resilience and service and a matriarch of optimism and moral courage in a statement. She had a heart of gold and a spine of steel that inspired millions of Americans, including Jill and me. She was devoted to her family and her nation. She was a wonderful friend to have. Although Ms. Kennedy was raised in Connecticut, where she met her future husband at the age of 17, she was born in Chicago in 1928. In 1950, they tied the knot. Before Robert Kennedy began his own political career, the pair was active in the Kennedy family's early political endeavors, lending support to John F. Kennedy's 1960 presidential campaign. Her husband's brief but spectacular career in the spotlight ended when Sirhan murdered and killed him in Los Angeles, as he was running for the Democratic presidential nomination in 1968. While still expecting their 11th child, Ms. Kennedy established the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Foundation some months after her late husband was assassinated. She would experience more tragedies in a family known for them. In addition to losing her husband and brother-in-law, she also lost 2 of her sons, Michael in 1997 and David in 1984. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who conducted an independent campaign for the White House this year before calling it quits, is one of her 9 surviving children. She established a foundation that is still in operation and is committed to using legal action to advance human rights. After founding Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights months after her husband's death in 1968, Ethel Kennedy became a political force in her own right, personally tackling human rights issues both at home and abroad, the foundation noted after her passing. A champion for justice, standing with human rights defenders around the globe, was how it put her. She had a tremendously impactful life, according to the charity, which also wished for her eternal peace. Number 3. Sammy Basso. The progeria patient who had lived the longest passed away at the age of 28. The Progeria Research Foundation revealed Sammy Basso's passing on Saturday in a Facebook post. In a Facebook statement, the organization said, Sammy was the embodiment of kindness, warmth, resilience, and wisdom, serving the progeria community with many years of outstanding dedication to scientific progress toward the cure for progeria. We shall always miss him. A rare condition called progeria accelerates the aging process in both adults and children. According to experts, people with progeria frequently have normal birth appearances but develop significantly more slowly and don't put on the anticipated amount of weight. Additionally, the illness raises the risk of stroke and heart attack. Progeria patients often only live to be 14 years old, while others can live far into their 20s. The Progeria Research Foundation states that Basso was diagnosed with progeria at the age of 2 after being born in Italy in 1995. At the age of 10, he joined the foundation's clinical trials, testing the first ever progeria medication, and went on to become an advocate for the organization. In addition to advocating on behalf of people with progeria, Basso attended college and earned a degree in natural sciences from Padua University in 2018. In addition, he presented his thesis on a genomic editing strategy using HGPS mice. According to the Progeria Research Foundation, he will receive a second degree in molecular biology in 2021 after presenting a thesis on the progeria treatment strategy of lamin A and interleukin-6. A stat obituary written by Eric Boudman regarded Basso as possessing a remarkable sense of humor. According to Boudman, Basso was aware that his rare ailment caused him to seem weird, with a bald head, no eyebrows, and an early age, but he frequently used this to enhance his jokes and make others laugh. As one of the oldest known survivors of the extremely rare disease progeria, Boudman wrote, his life was utterly unlike other people's, but he lived it with the conviction that he could connect with anybody, be it the Pope, the masterminds of gene editing, or the trick-or-treaters in Frederick, Maryland. Number 4. Nicholas Pryor. Nicholas Pryor, on-screen dad to Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., and Kathleen Robertson in various movies and TV shows, died of cancer on October 7, according to his wife, Christine Belford. He was 89. His death was confirmed by his wife, Christine Belford, said actor Nicholas Pryor, who portrayed the father of Tom Cruise in Risky Business, the estranged father of Robert Downey Jr. in Less Than Zero, and the parent of Kathleen Robertson in Beverly Hills 90210, passed away on October 7 at his North Carolina home due to cancer, according to his wife, Christine Belford, who spoke to The Hollywood Reporter. He was 89. Posthumously, Pryor wrote to the outlet in a handwritten statement stating he was enormously grateful to have been, for nearly 70 years, a working actor. Pryor's acting career did, in fact, span several decades, beginning in the 1970s with appearances on Smile and The Gumball Rally. After that, he starred in popular 1980s shows like Airplane, Risky Business, and Less Than Zero. From 1994 to 1997, he had a recurrent role on Beverly Hills 90210. Pryor performed in numerous soap operas as a character actor, such as All My Children, The Secret Storm, The Edge of Night, and Love is a Many-Splendored Thing. But from 1997 to 2002, he portrayed Victor Collins in the General Hospital spin-off Port Charles, which is considered his most prominent soap opera role. Following Pryor's passing, his on-screen son John Lindstrom called him a friend of the highest caliber and a particular actor. Lindstrom said of the experience, "One of the best I've ever had," on Instagram on October 8th. He was a mentor, a sounding board, a trusted confidant, and even a father figure beyond. Yes, playing my own father on GH and Port Charles. Regarding his former co-star, Lindstrom called Pryor one of the funniest people you could hope to spend time with over a bottle of good wine and a great meal, adding, "I will miss him terribly, as will his beautiful wife Christina, his daughter Stacy, and his 2 grandchildren, Gus and Avril."